This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2004 Chevy 1500. That's a half-ton crew cab with leather. It has 59,000 miles. It's on a clear title. It was a theft recovery. We had a bunch of ways to go with this truck. The hood is obviously an aftermarket hood that everyone in the world has sat on apparently, and the front bumper is scuffed up and it looks like an aftermarket front bumper cover. We were going to go back to the original stuff, and which would have probably added the hood painted, real hood painted, $500, $600, and the front bumper cover, the real one painted, or a chrome bumper, probably another $600. Add about $1,000, $1,200 to the price of the truck. So we're going to let it go like this, and if it doesn't get enough money, we'll spend that and add $2,000 to the price and spend $1,000 on the truck, which is what'll happen. Anyway, we're trying to get this on the market quickly, is what I'm saying. These aftermarket hoods that they put on this truck are notoriously thin, and they dent really easily, and this one has plenty of dents in it. There's two ways to go. You could actually find a used hood. This is called silver metallic birch, the paint. You could probably find one that you might be able to buy at a junkyard for a couple $100, maybe less. Bumper covers, if you wanted to go back to chrome bumper, you could probably go with a chrome bumper for $200 and just bolt it on. He was trying to be pretty cool here. We also found out that when we ordered some trim parts for the that were missing for the seatbelts. We ordered with the VIN, and the VIN came back as a cloth truck. So this guy really liked this truck. It probably looked really cool with the hood not dented and that painted and fine. He switched the seats out. That's what the VIN told us. So he went from cloth to leather seats, and obviously that's an upgrade. It's my job to tell you everything we know, and that just happened to be found out because we were looking for some sort of a seatbelt plastic cover or something, and it came back as being cloth. So we're letting you know. The tires, driver front tire looks like it's probably 50% tread on BFG all-terrains. You can see that. You can see what's going on with the bumper cover. I think that the bumper cover is probably worth shooting, just scuffing. There's a lot of scuff in there, but you could sand this thing and paint it, and it would look fine. The hood needs to be replaced if you want this thing to look cool, and I would get that funky cowl hood off. Fixing that hood is impossible. You'd spend $10 million on it, and it would weigh like 500 pounds from Bondo. Ding ding here. Like I say, it's my job to make sure these vehicles are represented correctly, so that if they travel out of state, that when you get it in Michigan or whatever, there's a little very hairline scratch here. You could probably get one of those $8 touch-up deals with the little pen end and fix that. Little light door dings. I mean, the miles are crazy low. It runs great, but see little scratches here and here. Like a tube of touch-up paint would have been a great idea, but we are begged. That people beg us for these half-ton Chevys. These rear tires look terrible. These BFGs look awful. I would say, 10% tread. Problem with this truck is they don't make these things anymore, and everyone knows it. Junk here. It's got a tow package. Give you a view of the undercarriage here. It's fairly unusual for insurance companies to sell these on clear titles. So that usually either means that they paid out a fortune on this truck, and they're confident that the truck's okay, because they really don't like liability. Scratch there. And so, it's a very, very good sign. Well, it looks like this bedside's been painted. I see some proof of paint on the bedside. And it's got some dents down here. I mean, honestly, I would just fix the hood and get some touch-up paint and just call it the world's cheapest four-wheel drive, clear title, leather truck in history, and call it a day. Because I think that making this thing look brand new would cost too much money. So I think we did the right thing selling it the way it is. Let's see if I can figure out how to put the hood up. There we go. Because it's just fixing all this stuff aside from the hood and maybe painting the front bumper cover is kind of silly. Everything's where it belongs here. Motor looks brand new. Yeah, I would just get a tube of touch-up paint. I'd replace that hood. Hopefully find a used one that color. If not, just buy an aftermarket hood for $200. Spray it, spray that, touch-up paint around the rest of it, a couple tires, and you call it a day. Because look, you got a little ding over the door here. It's just not worth going through all of it. You know, it's just a one $85 ding after another adds up, so you don't really want to go there. And honestly, it's really not that big a deal. You see, I don't know if you can see, but there's like sanding marks. Looks to me like maybe they were just starting to fix this truck and make it look really cool. Maybe it wasn't like this before. I don't know. This side clearly has sanding marks on it. Has some evidence of some entry-level paint work. So that's what you got. Here's your leather seats. We're going to sell it as an SLT because it's got the leather, but the VIN, and they sold the lenses, which is very typical. I'm surprised they didn't steal the overhead lens. They don't like lights on them, and they steal them, so they do that. That works. That works. Let's see yeah, that's the lumbar. That works. There's your carpet. Like I said, it's not the prettiest girl at the party, for sure. But the best part is coming up. Got my seatbelt. All right, what do we have here? 59,206 miles. My guys told me, and they're right, the oil pressure gauge does not work. Feel free to Google this issue with anything GM from, I think it's 02 to 07. Notoriously horrific clusters. Usually it's the speedometer that doesn't work. It may be one gauge. In this case it's the oil pressure gauge that doesn't work. The way that, if you want to deal with it, you take the cluster out and you take it to your GM dealer, and they take yours as a core. It's like 300 and, well, it's less than that. I think it's like 260, and they'll give you another cluster, and you just plug it in and drive away. It has nothing to do with anything wiring or anything. It's the cluster itself, which is ironic that they want to get involved in Chevy Volts when they can't perfect this. But you can Google this and you'll see that this is a very common issue. All right, let's see. Here's your radio working. The air is blowing nice and cold right now. So I'll look underneath this, make sure that there's no secrets under here. This truck came from Colorado. Got a little bit of peeling dye, which is also common in Chevys. It came from Colorado. Some of those screw going around right here. Scratch something in there. Let's see. Let's see if the controls here work. Turn this on. Yep. Okay, those controls work. Let's see. Steering controls work. There you go. Alright, let's see about the tow light. There's tow on and off. Let's put it into neutral. Put it into 4 low. Put it into drive. Yeah, we're definitely in 4 low. Put it into reverse. That's reverse. That works fine. Neutral. Actually, let's put it into 4 high. There's 4 high. Alright. Put it in reverse. There we go. Auto 4. Drive. I just like to run through all this thing real quickly, make sure it responds immediately. No slippage, that's perfect. Alright, let's see, what else we need to run? Power window. Power window. Power window. Power window. Let's see. I can see the heated seat lights going on there. There's the cushion. Alright, that works. We got cruise control here. We have tilt wheel here. That works. Alright, let's hurry up and go for a ride. I'm running out of time. Alright. Oh, you also have OnStar, which I'm not touching because the last time I did, I got screamed at by OnStar. This truck is being sold in a clear title, so there's no need for any inspections, which is normal for a theft recovery. This is my seatbelt. I'm not sure why we put that squeak going on there, but that's what that is. I'll look into that. That's really annoying. So if you come to Tucson, all you're going to pay is a dock fee of $250 plus taxes. Taxes are 2% city tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate. In Arizona, the state tax rate is 7.1%. So an Arizonan would pay 9.1% tax and a $250 dock fee. Arkansas and Alaska, Oregon and Alaska are 0%. So all those people pay is 2% tax and a $250 dock fee. If you pay from out of state and ship, all you pay is agreed upon price, no dock fee, no taxes, nothing. That's it. Let me see if I can turn this thing around real quickly. I got 15 minutes to do this. I'm at 13 minutes and 16 seconds. So, let's see if I can get this thing turned around. Like I said, it's got some paint issues and dings and dent issues. I was wondering if these tires rubbed. That's a tight turn and they're not rubbing. They're pretty big BFGs. And it's not lifted, but they didn't rub. So, that's good. I think all you Chevy guys are well aware that that was likely and it didn't happen. All right. Okay, I gotta slow down because there's cops everywhere in here. But yeah, it runs great. The shifting was perfect. There's no vibrations, no noise. It definitely needs rear tires for sure. BFG all-terrains. That's about it. Please make sure you get a deposit in. Without a deposit, we don't have a deal. If we agree on a price and then somebody else comes in after you with money and you don't have a deposit in, they're going to get the car. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Have a safe week next week. Thank you very much.